Okay. I think I've set this up. You may have a infinite mirror at the moment, but... Hold on a minute. This isn't working. Okay. I think I've set this up. Oh, there's a delay. You may have a infinite mirror at the moment, but... Hold on a minute. This isn't working. Okay, so we're live. Awesome. Probably no one watching, but I'm going to open Cinema 4D and have some fun. I've never done this before. I was kind of bored and I fancy doing some art, and I figured, fuck it, why not? Let's stream it live. Why not, eh? Oh, yeah, okay, bug report at max, we don't need to send that. Here's my default setup that happens whenever I open Cinema 4D. So I'm just going to work from here. Just save it down. Let's just put some random shit here. Desktop. So work on the desktop. I know you shouldn't do that, but I'm being bad boy tonight. So let's just figure this out. Got no inspiration, got no ideas, but like any good professional, just going to get to work and see what happens. So let's see what comes out. Let's just see what comes out. Okay, so I don't know even what to call this. Let's just call it Untitled. Untitled's cool. That's fine. Let's fire up our render preview. See what we can see now. Okay, so we have a sphere. I'm gonna lose this. So I like science, you know. I do like science and technology and engineering and that kind of thing. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna think about some inspiration here, from scratch. Let's just get some dome light action going on. Create a new path. Find my HDRI folder. And let's go with, we have a 16K Aurora. Coming in at 488 megabytes. Well, let's do that then. Now I have our dome light rigged up and ready to go. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Let's just wait for that processing textures to bugger off, and then we can see what it's going to look like on our sphere. Ooh, yeah, okay, cool. So how are we going to get out of this now? This creative rut we have found ourselves within. I figured, you know, sharing it live might help. Who knows? Who knows? I've got to sign in. What? What was I sign in for? Oh my god. Sign into YouTube. Oh, for goodness sake. I've already signed in. I was just confused. Kill that fly. Summertime's awful for flies. We've got so many of them. And they're good for the birds. To eat them. So anyway, it's my first time doing this. I appreciate if you just got to dock the window. Okay. Use the docks menu in the menu bar. This is all new to me. I'm just going to go on YouTube again, make sure I'm actually streaming. So I don't want to waste my time. Here we go. View your channel. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Awesome. Yeah, Noodling in Cinema 4D for some fun. Excellent. Okay, so I don't need that. And we can do it all via OBS Studio, which is nice. Anyway, here we have our sphere. Ooh, come on, think of something. Feel free to put comments inspiring me. Studio mode. What are we doing? No, I don't want studio mode. I want the chat. There we go. There's the chat. There's no one in the chat. It's just me on my own here. It's cool. I don't mind. I know I need to just learn how to do this. Okay, let's just rock and roll here. What are we doing? I want to see how many of these there are. Let's try some of these fun extensions. So I have a background, and what could we have? Do we have? Ooh, one of these ones from Merc Wilson. Polygreeble, Snowgen, Cymex, Topiformer, Toporizer, Tripogen. Ooh, I like Tripogen, it's nice. But I think I'm gonna go for the Greeble. Another bloody fly in here, crazy. So here's the Greeble. And that's what that does. Makes it all cool, you know, it makes it look cool. So I reckon a landscape. Okay, I'm getting some inspiration. Coming through from the great beyond. So what I reckon I'm going to do, excuse me, is and this has obviously been inspired by the startup layout and the startup file that I normally use. So I reckon what we're going to do here is stick a landscape in there like this. Landscape. Where are you? I know you're there somewhere. Don't hide from me, darling. Cool. Now we have a landscape. We don't want a greeble on the landscape. We just want, oh, for goodness sake. When you make a mistake in Cinema 4D and it starts processing the entire data of the universe. Okay, we have our landscape here. Let's just move that down. Okay, what do we do? Ooh, now we've got something grooving. Okay, so where's the Aurora file? Let's have a look at our dome light. And I look this around and see if we can get any of that nice... Oh yeah, the Aurora Borealis, man. It's around this week. Apparently, if you live in America, you can see it, which is cool. It's okay, you know... And I've been reading the Creative Act by Rick Rubin. You know, sometimes the process can inform the concept, and that's the way I like to work. Sometimes, you know, you just get done, you just get started and get shit done. You know, you don't need to be waiting for inspiration and all that shit. You just need to get going and see what happens. And you know, and then you get inspired by the work, which I think is beautiful, man. It's so cool because it's like time travel. You know, the process is all chopped up and rearranged, and it's a really beautiful thing. So now. We have a greebled up sphere. I reckon I'm going to use another Merc Wilson plugin and see if SnowGen still works in this version. Apparently it does, but I don't know what the fuck that's done. Ooh-wee. It's looking a bit mental. Let's see if we can just scale that down to 1 cm. That's a bit too little. Are we re-rendering? Something's happened and I don't know what. Okay, let's get rid of SnowGen. Here we go. So we have this cool little thing. You know, this kind of like station type thing. I wonder what kind of materials it would be made from if it was in the North or the South Pole, somewhere where you'd see the Northern Lights as vividly as is portrayed. What kind of stuff would it be made from? Would it have to be well insulated? Would it be? It wouldn't really be metal, would it? It'd be kind of, I reckon, something like. I don't want it to be an igloo. But I think maybe, materials. Materials. Let me think. What sort of shit could this be made from? I reckon plaster is a good shout. You know, plaster could be cool. Have we got any plaster in here? There's a redshift. There you go. Look, fine plaster. Look at that. That'll do. That'll do nicely, I'd say. I'm going to stick that on the greeble. Boosh. That should give us slightly different output. Yeah, that'll kind of be okay. I want to just make it more white. There we go. Make that more white. So yeah, I don't know why you would make it out of plaster. I mean, I'm guessing it's better than making it out of metal. Metal does look cool. Hang on, let's just see what happens if we hit the metals. We have to be objective about our work, I think. You know, just because something would be made out of something, if something else looks better, for the sake of the portrayal, is it then more relevant to use the thing that actually looks better? I think so. As artists, I think that's a fair point. You can make it look like it's made out of oily stuff. You know, there we go. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Now, right, we got dome light, rim light, fill light. Let's see what happens if we get rid of the fill and the key. Okay, are we rolling with this? Maybe not. The key light. I'd like a little bit more contrast than it was originally started with. I think an infinite light might be cool. Let's just see what happens. Lights, infinite light. Street lights. That's what we want, street lights. Yeah, move them up there, and let's just rotate this bad boy down so there. And we should see some shadows appear now. Yeah, we got a lovely little bit of airiness about this now. I do like that. I've been working, just kind of like trying to find some inspiration recently, and it's difficult because you know I do a lot of commercial work, and I've not really found my voice as an independent artist, and I don't really. I mean, I mind it and I don't mind it, but like, you know, it's kind of just get out there and just start fucking playing around. I think that's the main thing, isn't it? You know, get to work. Every time I find that there's an egoic agenda behind the creation of art, it never really works for me, and I don't know why that is. I think some people can start with a concept and make it real, but I think it's a real stressful process to do that, and it goes against the grain. Especially with writing or anything, and I suppose writing is the ultimate creative process because you start off with language, And you can then be inspired and retrospectively amend your work. But I suppose it was kind of like the visual production stuff. Historically, it's been like based on what's been written, and you have to follow it. Even though you can still apply a creative process, it still must kind of. It's in a kind of it's restricted by the script. But with as an independent artist, you're not too restricted by that. So it's a. In terms of this workflow, then we're gonna go do what we want. That's what I'd say, and that's what that practice I'd recommend to kind of try and find something and find out where you're at as an artist. So anyway, let's just make this editable. I'm gonna chop a few cubes off this and see what happens. Polygree. We'll turn that off a sec. Let's just lose some of these. A little window. Get rid of that. I wonder if the polygree will still even work. Who knows? Eh? Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. See what happens. We've got polygree with some holes in it. Okay, cool. So, are we feeling anything here? Is anything happening? Is anything coming through from the great beyond? Kind of looks like a kind of fucked up emoji. Well, I think I don't know what to do. I got an idea. So bear with me, and we'll just stick a sphere in this, and do that, and shrink the sphere until it's maybe like 2 centimeters. Okay, groovy and awesome. Okay, now what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna make this into a light. So we're gonna go default material. We're going to increase the emission, the nocturnal emission, to that one. Anything happening? Not yet, no. Oh, okay, well, okay. Let's just pump these rookie numbers up to 100. See if anything happens then. Oh no, because I never applied it to the sphere. I did. So why isn't it working? Interesting question, because I haven't done that. Okay, fine. Up it comes. What's happening now? There we go. We got some lights at home. Yes, the lights are on. I wonder if we did like, I don't know, 10,000. 10,000. You need boosting light coming in. That doesn't make a difference. That's odd. There's only such thing as volumetric lighting in Redshift. Maybe with a physical render you could do volumetric lighting. It wasn't amazing, but it was there if you wanted it. But yeah, maybe not. Let's try and increase the size of the sphere then. See what happens. Boop. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. I wonder if there's anything acid bro, like vehicles or anything. Or maybe like, I don't know. Vehicle? There. Ooh, maybe a little plane. They're all toy planes are crap. None of these are suitable for snow, so no. I'm not being too uptight about the subject matter, but we can't drive a sedan on deep snow. It would just die. It wouldn't be realistic. Not it's trying to be realistic, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's try this. Exposure, bucket. No, we want lens effects, bloom, override, and oh yeah, okay. Ooh, that's a lot. There we go. We can play around with that, I think. Yeah, groovy. So we got this kind of like I don't know, it's just kind of like Arctic based thing going on. I'm not sure why, but I just open Cinema 4D, start noodling, as you do. Using HDRI of an Aurora Borealis at nighttime, and then we're kind of cool with this, So, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me at all. I don't know why, but we can fix it. I mean, we can always fix it. We can fix it. We can do anything we want. And so, what can we do to make this very interesting? Let's just play around with the lights a sec. I reckon a rim light would hold its own here. Let's see. Where's the rim light? Need to do a rim job on it. There we go. Come here, you. Okay, let's boost this bad boy up high. See what happens then. Oh dear. Am I looking at it the right way? Here's my camera. There's my rim light. Okay, let's just boost this down. And yeah, I want to maybe get it in a bit closer. I want the edges to be kind of highlighted. It seems to be highlighting the whole thing. I think the light's reflecting off the landscape. Which is fine. It'll do for now. Let's just bring this over a little bit more. Oh, let's see what we can do here. Alright. Okay, now we got something like that. Must be a dramatic angle. And we found something groovy. What shall we do next? Oh, let's see what we got. Let's be inspired by the tools. Approach it from an engineering perspective. What tools do we have to play with? I quite like Cymex. It's a weird plugin though. Undo history otherwise. Tripogen. Tripogen's cool, but I don't want to use it here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna look for some snow. See if that helps. Snow. Oopsie. Oh, hello, Lana.
Hello.
I'm live streaming to YouTube.
Oh.
Come in. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all organic and dynamic. It's fine. Okay. Pop the outside light off for us, yeah. It's the switch on the right. Thanks.
This one?
Yeah. Thank you. It's quite dark in here, though. I don't know. I mean, maybe just close the door and turn the lamp on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what's happening here? How's my door closing? Oh dear. Let's just undo the camera view. There we go. So, pop the light on there. Thanks. That's it. Perfect. Yeah, I figured I was bored, so I'd do some live streaming to YouTube. No one's actually watching, so it's fine. But it'll be recorded. Huh?
I want to see if you have a chat live streaming.
No, it's the chat, yeah.
Oh, is there anyone there?
Probably not, no. I'm doing it via OBS Studio, which is the streaming software. I've connected it to my YouTube account. It's more of a test, really, but figured, fuck it. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm going to be bored and doing noodling anyway, I might as well share it with people.
Yeah, it looks really cool so far. I like the Northern Lights stuff.
Yeah,
I love it.
Getting there, but
Oh, is it the wobbly space junk thing?
No, that was the other one.
Is it different?
Yeah, this is a new one. I literally just opened
Suppose it
Cinema
has
4D and
eyes.
I just started noodling. Yeah, it looks kind of weird emoji type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like
You should add a mouth.
Ooh, yeah, let's add a mouth. Okay.
Or a sad one.
But
Either
you're
way.
going to say hi. Look, there's the camera.
Hey.
This is Lana. She's my muse and my daughter. So yeah. Subdivision surface landscape. No, that's the wrong one. Sphere. We got the greeble. Turn the greeble off.
How would you know if anyone's watching? What's your YouTube channel called?
Make it look cool. What the hell's going on with my oh, the chat's there now. Great. Okay, got it. Milk. I don't know how you actually get to it though. You're not subscribed. Yeah, you're not subscribed. You should be. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be like live streaming. Okay, there you go. There's a little smiley face. Ooh, that wasn't. Oh, yeah. Microphone cable's in the way. The keyboard is offsetting my my natural learnedness. There we go. We got a face now. Awesome. Maybe I should make those eyes symmetrical. Nah, fuck. It looks a bit more deranged. Okay, cool. We got the greeble going on. Yeah. Okay, so we got something here. I'm not massively impressed by it, but it's something. I'm gonna try using one of these things in Redshift to see if it processes. Probably won't, but it does. Yeah, you can sometimes use regular physical materials in Redshift, which is nice. And that looks a bit more crazy. So I'm just not happy with this lighting. You know, it's not really doing it for me. I've got some stuff going on with the dome light here. Is that? I mean, I could probably. Is it nice without or with? What are you doing?
Trying to search.
Huh?
Your channel.
Oh, hang on.
See if I'm subscribed.
Hang on, let me look up my handle. Oh, that's the wrong. Oh no, that's where browser login. Fine. View your channel. At the 80-20 rule.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. So yeah. So what are we gonna do next with this?
Words or numbers?
Huh?
All
All words. So, alright, okay, cool. I'm going to put some depth of field on this camera once I've sorted out the focal point. See how that gets on. Or as camera. Booshy. Ooh, my thingy bob's gone a bit mental.
Wow, you've got 324 subscribers. Amazing.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Thank you, subscribers, for subscribing. I very much appreciate it. Okay, so we got this. Right, why is my cursor lagging? That's not good. Not unusual. It's quite unusual for this Mac to lag. I might have to restart Cinema 4D. We shall see. If it keeps doing it, I'll restart. Okay, cool. So we got this mad looking thing in the snow.
I'm watching it now.
You're watching it? Awesome. I got one viewer. Woo!
Yay! I'm gonna like interact with it.
Yeah, do. Yeah, I'll probably
To
like
try and
get the
see
algorithm to look at.
Okay. There's another person watching it.
Is there?
Yeah.
Might
There's two
be.
people.
Is that me?
Hmm?
No, it's not me. Oh wow,
That's not
there's
you.
another person.
Oh,
Hey,
there's
hey,
another person.
awesome.
Woo!
That's awesome.
First actual viewer other than me.
Yeah, I'm
That's
getting
awesome.
there. We're getting there. So anyway,
And they liked it too. Woo!
amazing.
This is awesome.
Okay, so let's have a little play with camera angles. Oh yeah, this is a little bit flat. Let's try and see if the camera depth of field does anything. Bit of bokeh. And let's turn the aperture down so we.
They sent a little love heart up it.
Oh, wicked!
Oh my god, that's actually awesome.
Thank you. That's awesome.
It's amazing.
If you leave a comment, I'll give you a shout out. Like by typing it later. Okay, so we got before. Yeah, that's cool. It needs something more, doesn't it? Like, it definitely needs a bit more. It needs kind of like
Maybe you could add some more stars. Or like a planet.
a planet. Yeah, but it's on a planet. It's like in the Arctic. It's got the northern lights going on. It's rested, embedded in snow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what. Like, I mean, if it is out in space, it could have a planet.
There's another like.
I
I
can
don't
put-
know where that's come from.
Oh, wicked.
That's that one there.
Okay, let's. I know. There's a moon in the asset browser somewhere, so I'm gonna steal
Oh
that.
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. I think it uses old school materials, so I might have to convert. So we'll go Redshift, Materials, Tools, Convert, and replace all materials, which will convert them to node-based, not node-based, but the old shader graph. So what I need to do after that, see that one there. But if we further go Redshift, Tool, Materials, Tools, and convert and replace all materials with nodes, you have to do the intermediary step of converting it to a shader graph, because if you don't, it seems to shit its pants. I mean, it did in the last couple of versions. I'm not sure if it does it now because I updated last week, but I don't want to bother trying.
Somebody commented.
Oh, wicked. Was that you?
No.
Let's go on YouTube and see if we can see the comments.
This is so good.
How do you get in? Oh, yeah.
There's me
get in
saying
convert
hi
into a
and
shader
then
graph,
there's
because
a-
if you don't, it seems to shit its pants. I mean, it did in the last couple of versions. I'm not sure if it does it now because I updated last week. Oh, awesome. I don't want to bother trying.
Somebody
This is like, I think it's like there's a bit of a delay on it, so the YouTube streaming
It
thing.
has a little bit of a bit.
All right. Now, anyway, so I found a moon. Where should be moon? Did I get the moon out? Did I get the moon?
Yeah, I can see you looking at it. That looks so weird.
Where's the moon? Where's the moon? Where's the moon? Oopsie. I didn't use the moon material. No, it's the snow for now. Oh, okay. Where's the moon? Oh, I might have to just use a sphere for the moon. Okay, cool. Let's find a sphere. Sphere. No, that one is an asset browser. That was the material. Oh, it's a moon material. Okay, let's try for mod. We got a planet in the moon. That's what we want. Get rid of that sphere. That's just gone mental. And we've got a moon there. Where's that sphere gone? Boosh. Gone? There's the moon just... Oh, look, see, no, the sun was going to actually engulf the Earth, but it happened to be the moon. Nobody expected that. Okay, there's the moon coming down in size. Yes, now we have... How does that look? I mean, we're seeding the creative process here. This isn't by no means a finished thing, but we're going to experiment. So, Happy Face Mac Polygreeble is now eating the moon.
What's
So
that?
the Polygreeble is a plugin, and it covers your models with geometry, which is a little bit more abstract than a basic sphere. It's a plugin by a very clever boy called Mark Wilson. Okay, groovy. So we've got the moon and the sky, but now the sky's out of focus, so it doesn't really work, so I'm going to have to take the depth of field off the camera. Optical lens effects, background. What am I doing? Optical. Yeah, let's lose the bokeh. Now the moon looks kind of more convincing, but it's also being affected by the light, so I'll have to move it further back. Oop, not you. Let's see if that does anything. This might require some Photoshop work, but I think we've got something. What can we do with that? Come on, inspire me. What am I supposed to do with this? Someone on the floor. Airplane flying around it. You don't have got any airplanes.
You could have like some kind of ship, yeah.
Plane. Materials. Models. Models? Oh, yeah, alpha mask. Toy plane. Oh, I reckon we could maybe make that work. The toy plane if we just lose the wood texture and put some other textures on it. Come on, computer, wake up. Alright, you can go over here. And is it still doing it? No. Here we go. So we'll just get this toy plane going on. Let's see if that does anything. I'm using a lot of... Okay, let's use Photoshop and Illustrator. Perhaps that will speed things up. I have no idea. Ah, the toy plane must be huge. What's there? Aha, we're back. Do we have a toy plane? Yes, we do. So that toy plane could be kind of cool.
Let's see how many viewers.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's just me now.
Is it? I got bored. I wouldn't blame him. I'm rubbish at this.
No, you don't. It looks good.
Could be kind of cool. If I pause this, does it actually pause the entire live stream, or does it like... Lewis Creations. Yeah. Give a shout out. How do I... Okay, go to channel. Okay. Lewis Creations. Or Lewis Creations. Awesome. Shout out to Lewis Creations. Can I comment on my own video? No, I can't comment yet. Oh no. Okay. Can't comment on the video.
But it said you did.
Huh?
It says you did.
What? I commented. Oh no, I can't comment on the oh, sorry, underneath. So here we go. Now I need a result from this because I'm not going to walk away empty-handed. So we've got a wooden plane. We got plywood. No, we don't want plywood, do we? Oh, there's too many parts on this to actually be easily done. Okay, how do we unfold all, view, unfold all, and we'll just replace these parts with some, I don't know, a default material. So what we need to do is highlight all these, and then we'll drag the default material into the plywood bit on the right. Boosh. And now we have a plane that's made a default material. And what we want to do with that default material is just kind of like make it less shiny by increasing the roughness rather than reducing the reflection. Make it white maybe. Snow plane, I guess it would be white. And now it's still looking a bit crap, to be honest. Yeah. What else we got going on? Okay, right, let's just mess around with this camera a little bit.
Oh, cool, you got a watermark.
A watermark? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can sort those out, they're cool. See how that looks. Ooh, okay.
That's really professional.
Yeah, no. Gotta look professional, otherwise people will think you're not professional.
Good point.
Okay, so what we got going on here? Is that up there? Oh no, I've just touched the wing. Oopsie. Okay, cool. We got a plane flying up at the top. Let's just change that material so it's like a silhouette. There we go. That looks cool. Objectivity is the essence of creativity, I believe. You can't have your ego involved. You have to work with the work, not with what you think the work should be, you know? I always think that anyway. Okay, so, and let's move the moon up so it's a bit more well composed. I will post this to Instagram, no matter how crap it turns out. I'm committed to it. I've you know, this is, you know, you gotta stand by your work, even if it is shit. Polyagreeable subdivision surface. Okay, cool. Let's move you a little bit that way. Oh, not that way. This way. We're grooving. Good. Let's make eye contact with our viewers. There we go. So, is there anything else? Is there anything else we can do with this? Or is it just a failed experiment? Failed experiment 01. That's what I think I'll call this piece.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. I think maybe a little vehicle or something. I just think I probably just need to go to bed, to be honest. I should not work and tired. What's happening here? Ooh, okay. Looks like it could be a giant thing on the top of a peak. And the plane could be coming in to explore. The lighting isn't great and I'm frustrated with it. I think I'm just going to lose my rim light, my dome light, and my infinite light and see what happens. Okay, so infinite light's giving us something. Just need to point it in a different direction, I think. Not the plane, getting bob, the rim light, infinite light. There you go. See what that does. And where are we going with that now? Okay. The moon's rubbish. I need to change the moon material to something good. Okay, moon
Like
and then
sponge, maybe?
redshift.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe. What's that?
Sponge.
I've got a sponge material.
Spongy moon.
Camera, no, materials, tools, and convert and replace all materials with nodes. Yes, please. Might take a little while, but it should give us. Go away, shader graph. I don't want to use that. I want to keep it consistent in the node editor. And maybe it won't. Maybe it doesn't want to do it. Maybe it doesn't want to do it. You know what? We don't need that actually because we can just stick this on it. Boosh! Now we got a moon. There we go. Look, magic, and it's shining. So there
Nice.
we go. Why bother with fucking around when you can just get shit done? Swearing again. Oh, terrible, man.
Very, very noisy. I don't care.
So I'm gonna move the moon. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna make the moon big. I'm gonna make the moon big. Right, we're gonna groove with this.
Yes, big and...
And I gotta put the plane in front of it. I'm not keen on this perspective. I want it to be more orthographic. There we go. Plane in front of the moon. I'm gonna stick a rim light behind Mr. What we could need to think of a name for him. This
For
dude.
the ball.
Yeah.
Timmy.
Timmy. Come on, a bit more imagination than that.
Jonathan, Northern, Hyponathan, Nolan.
Hyponathan. Alright,
Yes,
good.
that
This is
sounds good.
Hyponathan. This is Hyponathan, the emoji. Great. Now we got a name for him now. His name is Hyponathan. Okay, I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to zoom in. Just to force the perspective. So you zoom out with this one, or you can use 2 on the keyboard. Hold 2 and then scroll. And then if you use 2 fingers, it'll zoom as opposed to move the physical camera back and forth, like as though we're on a sled. And the point of doing that is you can kind of zoom in and out, and if you move the camera far away and zoom in, it'll force the perspective as if it's almost an orthographic view. Let's just say, you know what I mean, like the isometric thing. But it won't be isometric, so you'll still have depth of field, because depth of field, it won't allow you, Redshift won't allow you depth of field in an isometric view in Cinema 4D for some weird reason. I know Octane does it, but Redshift doesn't, and I find that quite annoying. But it is what it is, and I do love Redshift. So I'm going to keep using it and just work with what it's got. So yeah, but Maxon should sort that out. Okay, so we're going to compose this. Okay, now I'm feeling something here. I'm feeling something. It's like this is like clairvoyance, you know. When the creative process comes to you, it's just like a medium getting a message from beyond. That's what it is. That's what it means to be creative. You're not doing the work yourself. You're just a medium. You know, it's flowing through you and out through your fingertips into the world. That's how it works. That's how creative work. You don't get to take credit for any of your own work. You know, the spirit world does it through you, and that's how we roll with this. You know, that's how I think anyway. You know, put your ego in it, and it doesn't work. Only works when it comes from the source. I don't know what you would call it. God, Allah, Buddha, Jimmy. Who knows? You know. Oh, did you hear about Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast his friend is in trouble.
With what?
Yeah, he got in trouble. Actually,
Which friend? What?
that guy who they turned into a woman. Yeah, he got in trouble with the
I
police or
don't
something. I heard about you. I just heard about it today, but I haven't actually read the story. But apparently he's busted by the law for some mad reason. I'll have to look it up.
Cool.
I reckon it was probably drugs or something. You know, he must be like, you're that rich. Maybe he's like doing loads of drugs or something.
Lovely.
Yeah. So now here we are. Look, we got something cool. Got something cool. We've been objective. We used objectivity, the staple of creativity, and there's the moon, the toy plane. Let's just kind of make that rough golden ratio-ish. There we go. And I think it's something or nothing. I don't know. I'm going to copy paste this. I don't like the moon being so blowy outy. I mean, it's not blowy outy, but you know what I'm going to do next. What?
Turn it down.
That's the plan. You know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to show you how to make an HDRI image using data outputted by Cinema 4D, and I'm taking a Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how to make it editable. But if you don't have an HDR screen, I don't know if OBS Studio can visualize HDR. But if you follow the steps and you do have an HDR screen, you'll see it blowing out like crazy, and it will look fucking awesome. So we'll do that next. So we've got this and this. We've got what's his name again? What's this guy? The sphere. Hyponathan.
Yes,
Yes, that was Hyponathan. So yeah, that's cool. He's cool. I like Hyponathan. He's a good lad. So mission, maybe turn that down to like 25. Didn't work. Hang on, which one am I doing? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Okay. 2. That's too little, and now we want maybe like 10. Let's try 10. I want some bloom on it, baby. I want some bloom. 20. You know when the light bleeds out from an object that emits light? It's called bloom. So I want it to bloom. 15. Thereabout. Yeah, yes, that's nice and balanced. And I think, yeah, we got a groovy-ish little illustration here. I think with some Photoshop work, this could be decent enough. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you're sleep deprived, had a couple of beers, and just start noodling in Cinema 4D. You know, doing stuff. But I do want to think I want to get that donut back though, because now we have something that we can work with. Yeah, that's a little bit of icing on that cake. I like that. So let's try and see if we can get the aurora back. Yeah, boy, come here. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Look at that. Ooh, it's a bit grainy. No, I don't really want to mess around in Photoshop with that. It's a little bit grainy. There's another thing when you force perspective, it actually can mess up your background HDRIs and zoom in too much on them, which is kind of annoying. But I guess it makes sense. So what I'm going to do is going to dome light. I'm going to turn the gamma down, see if that does anything. Well, that might actually make it worse. Just going to process some textures. Be with you in just a moment. Is it doing it? Is it doing it? Material snowfish can be pressed. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Come on. Oh, I think it died. I think I haven't restarted my machine often enough, and now it's gone a bit mental. Oh no, okay, yeah, no, the gamma needs to go the other way. Boosh. And then we'll turn that down. And I can live without the aurora. I just want the stars to be visible. But eventually it'll wake up. Come on, baby. Do it. This is the bit where we all get concerned. Is it going to do it, or is it going to just die? I think it's going to do it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'll move the aurora a little bit back, and just leave some stars there. Cool. Okay. That's looking cool. What have we got going on here? The hue, saturation. Let's just groovy down the saturation to black and white. Okay, yeah, now we're a bit more in control of the color. I wasn't feeling that. What I would like to do, however, is maybe change the color of the infinite light. Does that need to change color? Maybe, I don't, do we want it cold or do we want it warm? I know it's the Arctic. It doesn't have to be cool in the Arctic. I mean, it could be a bit warm. Nah, it just looks like yellow snow. Let's not do that. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, great. So, I'm not going to probably do anything else with this tonight, apart from do the HRI, but I do need to go to the bathroom, as you say in America. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave it sitting. I'll be back in just a little moment.
Are you going to leave the camera on?
Yeah.
I'm taking over.
in the microphone. You can, but just don't break anything, okay? You can just chat away. There's the camera there, right? There's the mic. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
This will be fun.
You better not embarrass me.
Oh, I won't, don't worry. I won't tell them any of your Dikasaka secrets.
Okay, fine. That's right.
Good. Can you take this bowl down with you? Thank you so much. Hello. I'm here now. So, I don't know how to use this, so I'm not going to be actually doing anything, but, yeah. I don't really know what to say, though. I don't know any of his, like, secrets, so I can't really tell you any of them, sadly. I really like the moon in the picture. I like the airplane as well. I feel like the airplane's a little bit out of place though, because I feel like they really only be on Earth planets. I feel like he could have done like some kind of spaceship of some sort. That would look cool. But like a weird lumpy thing. I do like the little emoji guy. It looks better with a smiley face. It's got quite a nice amount of snow. I think it could be more crunchy though. Nice, like glittery snow. And then maybe a couple more brighter stars since you're in outer space. So there can't be too much atmosphere though. I like how it's all lumpy and bumpy and looks like it's made of Lego that could crumble at any moment. And it has light coming out of its eyes. I think it could use some eyebrows maybe, but I might be wrong. Yeah, I think maybe like a more sparkly snow, something else other than maybe some snowflakes. They'd look nice. I don't really know that. Is there anyone actually here? Oh, hi.
What are you saying now? What are you doing?
Like stuff about like the
Cool.
stuff on there.
Giving your artistic interpretation.
Yeah, I feel like you could, instead of having the airplane, you could have some sort of other spaceship, because I feel like airplane looks a bit out of place, and it's too centered onto the moon. It looks too perfect.
Nice one.
Also, maybe a couple of stars.
Yeah, what?
Maybe a couple more stars.
Yeah, I won't be able to add any more stars unless I do it artificially, but I might do that in Photoshop. But now I'm gonna leave the stars. But I will take your opinion on the plane. I wonder if there's a spaceship built in here. No, there isn't. Well, we don't have a spaceship. Oh, there used to be one in the asset browser. Hang on, let's try. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, we do have a spaceship. Woohoo! It's just like a cool spaceship here. Like this spaceship is built into Cinema 4D, right?
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to bring the preview off for a sec. And I'm going to press play. Because watch, all the lights pulsate when you press play. You're not watching, but I'm sure someone might be, maybe. Yeah, anyway, it has a cool little spaceship, so I'm just going to take that and copy paste it into my untitled file. Boom. Well, that's a massive one. Let's just shrink it down, I think. Get rid of the toy plane. Toy planes are so last moment, and we're going to just put the spaceship here. Pop our render preview back on, see what happens. I mean, it's kind of cool. Comes with Cinema 4D, I don't mind using it. It's a bit overdone, I think. Maybe I'll just make it smaller. There we go. Okay, cool. So, here's 46 minutes of your life you're not going to get back. I'm sorry. Talking to the viewers, not the viewer. But I'm going to leave this here.
It's not minutes of your life you're not going to get back. It's a learning experience.
Yeah, maybe. So
it's like how to do some stuff on Cinema 4D. I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Yay.
There's still too much light on that sphere. Let's see what happens if I just turn this off. See what happens. Will there be too much light then? Or is that causing the light? Let's see. Okay, yeah, that looks a bit better. I do want it to be embedded in snow. So let's... okay. So I think we're going to have to do... We could put a render tag on this and then exclude it. Exclude the polygreeble. It might work, it might not. Might have to and then we'll put one on the polygreeble and we'll exclude the subdivision surface that's containing the landscape. Might work, it might not. Visually, I mean. I know it'll work technically. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it looks a bit artificial. But I don't think that matters. Visually, like, what's more important?
There's 2 people now.
Awesome. So, let's see how this looks when it renders. I think I prefer the darker version. That's just my eyes, you know. I like a nice rim light where it kind of catches the edge a little bit more. I'm gonna roll this rim light down a little bit. Okay, where's the rim light gone? Okay, pull this in a little bit. And I move it around a bit. Oh my goodness me. There we go. So just have that there. So it's a bit more perpendicular to the model. And we're going to just render that up. Okay, so yeah, that's about as good as I'm going to get it for tonight. I don't like the snow. Snow texture is annoying.
I think it should be more glittery.
No, I don't want it to be glittery. I want it to just be plain. As it is there is a little bit less. What I might do, default material, I'm going to roughen it up a bit. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to roughen it up a bit with a bit of roughness, and that's going to be the snow. Because snow is quite rough, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. There's our shit going on. I'm going to make this bigger so it's a bit more dominant in the composition. And it's almost getting close to the moon. I want them to be related. I want the moon and the sphere to be related. A bit Halloweeny, this, isn't it? It's like techno Halloween.
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's extremely arbitrary, and I just kind of pull it out my butt.
It looks good though. I like it. I like the emoji.
Yeah. It's cool. Move it in slightly so it's not so close to the edge. I don't want a tangent forming. And that'll be okay, I think. That'll be okay. We got our poly group. So let's render this. Let's just render this. Throw caution to the wind and hit render. Now we'll pop it into Photoshop and increase the brightness. Now like I mentioned before, I'm going to save this as a .hdr file, which will retain the HDR f-stops. F-stops just kind of means exposure, for want of a better explanation. But what will happen is, this will be saved as an HDR file. So if you save this as JPEG, it would limit the amount of exposure. JPEG is a image compression standard, and it's like, you know, pixels, yeah, on a screen. See, if you have an image and it has 10 pixels of blue in a line, 10 pixels of white in the next line, and 10 pixels of black in the next line. Well, why go blue, 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 black, 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 white, 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 white? Why not go 5x white, 5x blue, 5x white, or black, whatever? No, 5x. So it compresses all that blue, 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 blue into like 5x blue.
Yeah.
And that's how the images get compressed.
That's cool.
And so it encodes them in that way so that they take up less space in your hard drive. Because if you just do bitmap by bitmap, you know, a 4K image would be probably fuckloads of memory.
Wow, that's actually quite clever.
Yeah, there's loads of different ways of doing compression, but that's one of the ways. So waiting for this to render out in real time. I haven't actually got Metal Effects enabled on this. I forgot to turn it on, but it should be a bit faster than this normally. This is on a Mac, obviously. I don't work on PC. I was tempted to get a PC rendering rig, but I can't see the point at the moment. I normally just do stills.
To watch it render, it's quite satisfying.
Yeah, it is. I like watching the renders. So we have our emoji-looking weirdo sphere. What's his name again? Ionathan? What's his name again? Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's get photoshopping. So this is HDR.
Yay, Photoshop!
Let's see, this is HDR. 32 bits per channel, of course. Untitled 180. And we're goody to quit Cinema 4D. Now let's get Photoshop open.
Photoshop.
Let's see what we can do with it. So, so now we have our image open in Photoshop. So Shift Command A opens up your HDR menu. Now this is going to blow out on your SDR screen if you're watching this, and I don't know if it's going to work on your HDR screen. I'm not sure how OBS Studio actually sorts this out. But what you need to do, Shift Command A, it opens your camera raw in Photoshop. Enable the HDR here. It's already enabled because it knows it's an HDR file. And you can just increase the exposure, and it will give you. Hang on. I need to use my Mac screen for this actually because I can't see it properly. Just gonna pop over here a sec. So yeah, it looks good on the Mac screen, which is HDR. It's a MacBook Pro. It does an HDR screen by default. Pop it over here. That's okay. And in here, in the SDR settings, you can do preview for SDR display. It'll give you a preview. Normally what you need to do is mess around with these settings here. Contrast, but there is a bit of an art to it. There's a knack to it because it doesn't. Once you start your original JPEG, that data is kind of not your original JPEG, your original HDR. It won't look the same once you've kind of exposed the HDR because it all affects each other. And so, yeah, you're just gonna have to play around with it till it looks roughly. It's better just kind of like look at your reference image and use that as a reference image there, so you can see they're slightly different. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into it now because I don't want to bore you half to death. But if we just hit OK, that'll give us a HDR, so you can undo that. See how it's a bit more blown out now that I've increased the exposure. So if we do it again, Shift Command A. If I just increase the exposure here. Now that will look good on my Mac screen, of course, but oh my gosh, it's really bright. Wow. But I'm not. This is a 4K display. It's not really got 10-bit HDR. Don't believe the BenQ marketing. It's more like bloody 8.5-bit, I'd say. There's an HDR mode, but you have to enable it separately. It makes everything look really raggedy edged and it's horrible, so I don't use it. Well, that's how that works anyway. So we'll just limit the exposure to a little bit. And also, if you export these as JPEGs, they don't work on Instagram. Instagram needs to up its HDR game. Even if you limit the HDR stops to 2 stops, which I believe phone cameras are limited to, it still doesn't work. It just rips the fucking metadata out during processing, which it doesn't do when you upload it from a phone. And even if you save it to your phone and upload it to Google Photos, it still doesn't do it. It's very, very annoying. But you can do it if you have a website or something like that by hard linking in your link your image directly to your server file as opposed to going through any processing, and it will work. I did it on my own website and I know it does work, but it's just not a very well supported standard at the moment, which is unfortunate because it looks gorgeous when you see it on a screen that supports HDR, as you would know if you've seen HDR content yourself anyway. So yeah, so here we go. So I've edited this out now. I've just changed the exposure to make it look nice, and then we're going to go Command S, our save options here in Camera Raw, save as JPEG. We want to enable HDR output. Then once that gets saved down here as a JPEG, we'll have HDR enabled. Now, if you can't see this on the screen, just follow the steps. If you get confused at any point, let me know.
I'll tell you if you can see it or not.
Your phone doesn't have HDR screen. Yeah, it's kind of it's a newish development. Anyway, that concludes this noodling session. God knows, I doubt there's anyone listening by now, but if you did, fair play.
There's one person.
That's
probably me.
Yes, you. Well, Lana is my faithful watcher, so that's great. And all the best with your creative journey. As far as this been a bit of a mad one, but next one I'll try and tighten it up a bit. But you have to do this stuff to progress and learn, and that's why we do it.
Maybe mix me a bit more colourful next time, because it's like I did think colour.
Okay, well. And all the best of your creative journey. I'll catch you in. This wasn't a tutorial, by the way, but I'll catch you in the next tutorial probably, or the next live stream, whatever. Take care. Bye bye. Stop streaming. You will not be able to reconnect.